Hello, all my dear students, 12 students, those who are staying at home. So, today I am going to explain asexual reproduction in plants. Okay? Last time I sent you one notes, and now we will study about only the asexual reproduction in plants. Okay? So, we all know reproduction is the creation of blueprints. Means new organisms are created from their parents, and there are two types of reproduction, that is sexual and asexual. So sexual reproduction is the reproduction in which the gametes are involved, while asexual reproduction don't require any gametes. Okay, we will directly go with the types of asexual reproduction. There are certain kind of asexual reproduction. So the first one is fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, and spore formation. So all these are the types of natural asexual reproduction. There are certain artificial asexual reproduction also. The first type of asexual reproduction is fission. Generally fission occurs in unicellular organisms. Okay. So it is of two types, binary fission and multiple fission. So what happens there in binary fission? As the names are indicating, binary fission means splits into two, bi, while multiple, many organisms are formed at once. So in case of binary fission, for example, it occurs in unicellular organisms like amoeba, entamoeba. Okay, so look at the diagram. We will come to know, first and foremost, it grow in size, then there is division of nucleus and division of cytoplasm. In cell division we already learn it. What is division of nucleus known as? That is karyokinesis, and division of nucleus is cytokinesis. So two organisms are formed at once. This is binary fission. While in case of multiple fission, what happens there in case of multiple fission? First and foremost, there is free nuclear division. It means nucleus divides many times first, and then each nucleus is surrounded with the cytoplasm. So many organisms are formed inside. As example is indicating, merozoites are formed and they will develop into new organism. This is multiple fission. Why it is known as multiple fission? Because many organisms are formed at once. Clear? Okay. It occurs in amoeba also. Plasmodium example is given. Look at this. Plasmodium is a malarial parasite that we know. About 1000 daughter cells are produced by the multiple fission of one plasmodium cell. यानी एक साथ एक प्लाज्मोडियम से 1000 डॉटर सेल्स बनते हैं, और प्लाज्मोडियम से क्या होता है हमें? दैट इज मलेरिया. इट इज द कॉजेटिव ऑर्गेनिज्म ऑफ मलेरिया. द सेकेंड टाइप इज फ्रैगमेंटेशन. जनरली इट ऑकर्स इन the multicellular organism. Example is Spirogyra. So we all know during favorable season, in rainy season, Spirogyra, wherever there is a pond or stagnant water, various algae can grow within it. But in unfavorable season like summer, it is unfavorable season, so various fragments are formed there, and on coming the favorable season, each fragment may develop into new organism. This is why called as fragmentation, because fragments will develop. Fragment will develop into new organism. That's why it is fragmentation. Okay. Next type is regeneration. Very less animals are having such capacity. Example is Dugesia or Planaria. Planaria is having very strong regeneration capacity. If it can be cut into two, so two organisms are formed because of its very strong capacity of regeneration. Some other organisms are also having such capacity, but in restricted manner. Some amphibians can regenerate only the parts. आपने वॉल लिजार्ड तो देखी होंगी घर में, उसकी पूंछ खुद ही काट देता है, छोड़ देता है, बट इट विल रीजनरेट, वो रीजनरेशन होता है उसका. बट एनिमल कैन नॉट बी फॉर्म, दैट इज नॉट रिप्रोडक्शन, वो सिर्फ एक पार्ट डेवलप होता है. सो वी आर ऑल्सो हैविंग वेरी रेस्ट्रिक्टेड कैपेसिटी ऑफ रीजनरेशन. अगर स्किन वगैरह कुछ कट हो गई तो वो डेवलप हो सकती है, बट ऑर्गेनिज्म कैन नॉट बी डेवलप. नेक्स्ट टाइप इज बर्डिंग. Bud is a small part of the body parent. Look at the diagram, it is hydra. So hydra can reproduce by budding. It form a small aperture comes out from hydra, and it will grow in size and then detach from the parent. It is known as bud. So bud will grow into new organism. It is also there in yeast. It is unicellular organism. A small bud is formed, and this bud will detach from the body, parent's body, and it will develop into new organism. In plant it is common, vegetative propagation. Generally vegetative part of the plant cannot grow into new organism, but some of the plants are having this capacity. Vegetative propagation means vegetative part like root, stem, leaves or bulbils can be developed into new organism. We know various examples. Okay, for root, that is beetroot, that we know it can develop into new organism. Radish, carrot. Then if we take example of that is stem. So we all know when we cut a small portion of rose, it will develop into new plant. Potato is a tuber. Okay, onion is also stem, it will develop into new organism. And for leaf, that we know the best example is bryophyllum. So these vegetative parts can grow into new organism. This is vegetative propagation. But vegetative propagation may also can be done. It can be done artificially. So artificial vegetative propagation I will explain later on. Okay, I will explain it later on. There are various advantages of natural as well as artificial vegetative propagation. Spore formation. Spore formation is common especially in the fungus. Spore is unicellular or sexually reproductive body. Various spores are formed by algae, and on coming the favorable season, spore will develop into new organism. So these are various types of asexual reproduction. Okay. Thank you all my dear students. Be safe at home. Don't go outside. Okay. Bye.